Hey you guys, what's going on? It's your girl Queen Motivation. I just want to drop a quick video, but look, before I do, let me tell you that the music that you hear in the background, I do not own the rights to this music. I own absolutely no copyrights to this music that you hear playing in the background. It's just some music just to get the mood right, just to keep my background from being so quiet. I like to have something in my background as I'm motivating and encouraging people. But this message that I want to push out, it was on my spirit, and I want to push it out because I know somebody may need it and maybe somebody don't need it. And maybe if you don't need it, maybe you know somebody else that could benefit from this message. This message is telling you to pick you up. You need to get up off that ground. You need to get up out that brokenness. You need to get up out that dark place. You need to get out of that mentality that everything in your life is going to keep going wrong. When I tell you I understand some minor setbacks, it take you off course and you be thinking that everything is all messed up, it's all wrong, it's all bad, nothing's going to go right in your life. But I'm telling you, you got to continue to push. You got to continue to get to the end of the finish line. You got to see what's on the other side of that tunnel. You cannot stay in that dark place. You got to pick you up. I know you missed that individual that was in your life and that person left you broken and sad and depressed and anguish and things of that nature. But again, you have to pick you up. You can't stay in a place where you're always down and depressed because you're going to attract people with that same kind of energy. And before you know it, you're going to camp yourself around a lot of broken people and you're going to catch yourself breaking even more. You work too hard in your life to get to a place of peace, to get to a place of rest, to get to a place of growth. You are transitioning into your next season. Your season is to elevate you. Your season is to bring you away from all the things that you used to being connected to. It's time to disconnect. It's time to take yourself and move yourself right on out the way of your own self. A lot of us are our own distractions. We are in our own way. And we're looking for somebody to save us when all we got to do is pick ourselves back up. We trampling over our own selves because we're staying stuck in a broken season. We're staying stuck where there's absolutely nothing we could do about what happened in our past. I did so many videos talking about my past, talking about the things that I've been through. And a lot of the times we really be thinking that we healed, but there's something that comes into our life that triggers us and it sets us back. I've been set back in my life plenty of times, thinking I was healed from certain situations, thinking I was better off, doing different things, and I felt like I was so at peace. But then the trigger came and it set me back, and I was right back in that broken place. I was right back in that place of sadness. I was right back in that place of grief. I was destroying my own self by focusing on what happened to me in the past and bringing it to my current situation. Yes, some of the people that you dealt with were not good for you, but that does not mean that everybody that comes into your life is trying to break you, that's trying to destroy you, that's trying to bring you out of this place of peace that you're in and cause chaos. You got to understand that everybody is not coming into your life to destroy you. Sometimes people come into our lives to be a lesson because we need to learn some things. We still need to learn how to disconnect from certain situations, and we're being tested every day. But you have to be willing to pick you up. You cannot be sitting around causing so much grief in your own life and looking to the next person like, okay, look, you see I stabbed myself. You see I caused a lot of pain to myself. But I need you to come over here and patch me up. I need you to come over here and heal me. I need you to come over here and fix what I broke. You have to put into the work to fix what you broke. And sadly to say, you got to put in the work to fix what other people broke. I remember I heard this saying a long time ago, and I live by it. You cannot help what people did to you. People may have contributed to your hurt and your brokenness, and they destroyed you on so many different levels. But baby, you have to be responsible for that healing. You got to disconnect from a lot of things. You even got to disconnect from yourself. Sometimes you are the problem of the problems that's surfacing in your life. You know these individuals are not for you, but you stand connected to them. Why? Because you like to complain. Some of us love a complaining spirit. We love to complain. Complaining make us feel like we got control. But baby, all it does is take you out of a place of peace and out of a place of rest. And it just have you all over the place. I don't know about you, but I'm not trying to be on an emotional roller coaster going up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down with my emotions. If I don't want to be up and down and all around and back and forth, in and out with my own emotions, I'm not going to let somebody else take me on the emotional roller coaster as well. Pick you up. Whatever it is that you're going through, you got to pick you up. That loved one that you lost, they are no longer here. They cannot come back. Get in your moment of grief. Get in your moment of sadness. Cry. Be upset. Do whatever you got to do in that moment, but don't stay in that moment. Get out of that moment. I'm not going to tell you how to heal. I'm not going to tell you how long to heal. I'm not telling you how long you got to stay in your healing season. Maybe some of us are in the healing season from 3 years ago and we still in it. Some of us are in the healing season from 15 years ago and we still in it. Some of us are working out the kinks to get out of one place to get to the next place. But I'm telling you right now, whatever it is, whatever you're going through, whatever you're dealing with, pick you up. Don't stay down there too long. I've been in so many places in my life where I felt so alone. I felt so disconnected. I felt so broken. I cried many nights to sleep by myself. I didn't tell people what I was going through. There was times when I just thought the world would be better off without me. I struggled with a lot of different emotions. But when I tell you I picked myself up, and I didn't pick myself up by myself. Because at the end of the day, this is for the people who do believe. Because there's a lot of non-believers. And I'm not knocking non-believers. But I will say that God picked me up from a place where I did not think that I could be picked up from. I was so broken and I was so destroyed. And I just felt like the world was coming up on me. Now when I feel like that and the world is coming up on me, I get somewhere and I get in that prayer closet. I get somewhere and I say, God, you know what? I'm going through it. But I seen you get me through it before. I know you can get me through it again. Some of us are staying in a season that we have no business being in. God told us a long time ago, let him go. Let her go. Disconnect from this. Disconnect from that. And we staying in it. And because we staying in it, and when it's not going according to the plan that we have for our lives, now we're looking up like, God, do something. God, like, I didn't ordain that. I didn't tell you to do that. God gonna let you get in all kinds of things that you want to get in. But if he didn't ordain it, that's something that you got to deal with. So when I tell y'all, stop blaming people for what you got going on in your life. You got to stop blaming people. Everybody is not responsible for the things that you are doing to yourself. These self-inflicted wounds, and you looking for somebody to patch you up and fix you and do things for yourself that you can't do for yourself, but you looking for other people to do some things for you. Pick you up. Pick yourself up out of that dark place that you walked yourself into. You seen it was getting dark. But you kept walking. You looked at the light and you watched the light stay behind you. And you kept walking to that dark place. And now that you're in the dark and you all alone, you looking for somebody to bring you some light. Baby, you got to be the light in your own darkness. You have to be the light in your own darkness. And stop waiting for people to be a shine and just be this bright bulb of life in your light, in your life. Excuse me. You got to stop allowing people to come into your life and do you any kind of way, and you got to stop doing yourself any kind of way. Because I do understand. I know this like the self-sabotage. I done self-sabotage a lot of things. Jobs, friendships, relationships, situationships, whatever kind of ships. But I'm going to tell you something. Them situationships, them relationships, them friendships that serves you no good, it's time to disconnect. It's time to leave those things and those people alone. Pick you up. You done been through enough already. Why are you still taking yourself through unnecessary pain? Why are you still taking yourself through a broke season when God already healed you from that season? Why are you taking yourself backwards after you already done got away from that person? Why are you staying connected to these things that's tearing you up, that's causing so much triggers to happen into your life? You have to get somewhere and sit down. Isaiah 26:3 said, he will give you perfect peace if your mind is stayed on him. Put your mind on God. If your mind is all over the place, put it on God. Give yourself something else to focus on. Give yourself something else to think about. Because at the end of the day, all that all over the place and all that craziness and all that stuff that's happening in your life is happening because you are allowing it. Okay? Set boundaries for yourself. Not only for people that come into your life, but for yourself. Learn how to deal with people the way you want to be dealt with. Don't go over here treating people any kind of way and expect everybody to walk on the red carpet for you. Listen, if you treat people bad, don't expect people to treat you good. And if you treat yourself bad, don't expect people to treat you good. You got to walk in what you believe in. And you got to be good to yourself. Pick you up. And stop staying down. Stop letting people trample over you. Pick you up. Whatever you're dealing with, pick yourself up. You're going to be okay. You're not going to lose sleep over somebody who's not thinking about you. Yes, they came into your life and caused a great earthquake. They shook some things up. And the aftermath left you broken. But baby, after the aftermath, there's always a cleanup. There's always a cleanup season. And you need to get in your cleanup season. Because everything that happened already happened. There's nothing you can do about it. You got to clean it up. You got to clean it up. A broken season is not where you're supposed to be. You are not supposed to be in that broken season that you are in. Get out of it. Pick you up. Whatever you're dealing with, pick you up. You are going to feel so much better when you pick you up. I lost my brother 5 months ago, almost 6 months, almost 6. And I felt so bad. I felt so broken. But I had to pick myself up because I can't stay there. Because guess what? He's already gone. I can't bring him back. So I can't dwell in this sadness forever. I can have moments of sadness where I think about him constantly. And I have moments where I cry. But I also know that I can't stay there. I can't die with the dead. The dead is already gone. So I can't die with the dead. I still have to live life. So this message also goes to somebody who's grieving hard. And I know it hurts. Trust me, I'm going through it right now. I'm going through my own personal grief. And I'm working on recovery because, baby, you cannot stay there. You can't stay there. You cannot stay there. Pick you up. Pick you up. Pick you up. That's what this message is. Pick you up. Don't stay in grief too long. Because if you stay in grief too long, it becomes you. And whatever you stay in too long, it becomes you. So if you want to stay broken, it becomes you. If you want to stay messed up, it becomes you. If you want to heal, it becomes you. Whatever you focus on, whatever you transition yourself towards, it's going to become you. If you want to be healed, transition yourself towards healing. If you want to be set free, transition yourself to being set free. Focus on the thing that's going to bring you out of your darkness, bring you out of your storm, and disconnect from it and pick you up. Okay, that's the end of this message. I just wanted to push that out there. I hope it made sense. You know, I hope it blessed your spirit. I hope it blessed somebody that needed it. But at the end of the day, pick you up. Okay, Queen Motivation signing off. Y'all have a blessed night.